Multiplication properties of real numbers. Student learning objectives. 1. Commutative property of multiplication. 2. Associative property of multiplication. 3. Multiplication property of 0. 4. Multiplication property of 1. 5. Multiplicative inverse property. Commutative property of multiplication says that A times B is the same as B times A. For example, 2 times 9 is the same as 9 times 2. The results are equal. Associative property of multiplication states that if we're multiplying three numbers, A times B times C, then if we first multiply the first two numbers and multiply the result with the third number, is the same as multiplying the second and the third numbers first and multiplying the result with the first number. For example, 2 times 7 times 4. So we can multiply the 2 and the 7 first and then multiply that result to 4. The end result is the same as multiplying the 7 and the 4 first and then multiplying that result to 2. So we can see here 2 times 7 is 14. And then we multiply it to 4. So 14 times 4 is 56. On the other hand, we can multiply the 7 and the 4 first, which is 28. And then we multiply this result by 2. And this is also 56. So that's the associative property of multiplication. Multiplication property of 0. A times 0 is equal to 0. Or 0 times A is equal to 0. It means if you multiply 0 to any number, that product is always going to be 0. Example, 2 times 0 is equal to 0. 0 times 3 is equal to 0. Multiplicative property of 1. A times 1 is equal to A. 1 times A is equal to A. So this states that multiplying 1 to any number gives you back that number. For example, 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. Multiplicative inverse property states that A times 1 over A is equal to 1. And 1 over A times A is equal to 1. So this property states that when you multiply a number to another number, if their product is 1, then the numbers are multiplicative inverse of each other. So the multiplicative inverse of A is 1 over A. If you multiply the two numbers together, the product is 1. For example, 5 times 1 over 5, the product is 1. And 1 over 3 times 3 is equal to 1. So 1 over 3 is the multiplicative inverse of 3, and 3 is the multiplicative inverse of 1 over 3. 5 is the multiplicative inverse of 1 over 5, and 1 over 5 is the multiplicative inverse of